All right, take three. Yes, I had to wait for the song I had playing on YouTube. It was Burning Bridges from Kelly's Heroes. I didn't want to accidentally record it in the background because then I'd have copyright issues. I love the song. I love the movie, and it just happens in the movie at the end. The last scene shows Kilroy was here. The graphic up on the wall as Maitland, their captain, comes in after they have left, and there's that iconic graphic, and just what I've been drawing since I was a little guy, and because it's such a simple drawing. I mean, it's easy to do. So if you're a doodler, man, it's nothing to doodle Kilroy. And like I said, I've been doing that since I was a little guy, and I kind of put my spin on it because I put a hat on him. Enough of that. Okay, I've talked about Kilroy enough. This is World of Warships. I'm actually um, command of the Langley, my Langley that I had. It's the first ship they give you when you start doing carriers that you can obtain. So up until now, I wasn't sure what I was doing with the carrier, how to run it. But the reason I want to get this clip in, I want to watch it tonight. I have a victory. Actually, we get defeated here, but I accomplished something with this carrier that it's kind of tough to do, but I learned from it. So this is the Langley, and the last time I played the Langley, I had accidentally paid more attention to the air wings, didn't realize what the carrier was, and I found myself right in the middle of everything. And carriers don't have a lot of protection. I mean, if they can find you, yeah, they can take you down pretty quick. That's why your carriers usually hang off to the edge, and then they go in with the aircraft. And I'm learning how to operate these different aircraft. Like right now, I'm doing torpedo bombers. I've had two or three of them on the Langley, two different flights, and I'm trying to learn how to operate them because I do believe if you can get good enough at it, you can be devastating with a carrier because you can do some critical damage with some torpedoes if you can get in and get them right. The problem, battleships and cruisers that you would probably be easiest target to go after because they're slower, have more AA guns, and they have a tendency to wipe out your flight going in. So it's kind of like a one-shot deal. If you have any fighters left, to go back. And that's another thing too, is providing fighter cover. And there's different ways of doing this stuff, and I got to figure out how to do all that stuff. But the reason I want this clip is I did something here at the end of the clip, and we're like I said, I'm searching for targets now. I'm learning how to fly. I'm learning how to go in, and like I think there's a battleship I go in after, and I actually have a few aircraft come out when I get done. But like I said, you gotta be careful of the battleships because they can have tremendous AA, which can devastate a flight. And see now I'm jumping back to my carrier. Then one thing I realized, up in the air, there's that destroyer, and when that destroyer sees the carrier, there ain't much the carrier can do to stop him. And I realized, like, oh no, my carrier's getting way too close to this destroyer. And like I said, once they spot your carrier, they'll come and get you, because like I said, you can get into a carrier real close, and you can torp it really good, or you can just stand off and shoot it too. It don't have it too much as far as armament. Their weapon is the air wing. See that little destroyer down on the left there? That guy. He's my nemesis right now because I know he's in my area and he's gonna find me. And I'm trying to drop, and two, I dropped my torps. I look back, see how I did, and I missed him. Okay, so that was my first attempt on that destroyer. But like I'm saying, if you can see where he is and where my carrier is, it's like I'm too close to this guy. I should have went back and made sure my carrier was going in a different direction. But that's where I got there. See, this is what I'm learning to do on that battleship. And look back. You see, my torp just missed him. So if I would have been just a little bit in front of him, I think I would have hit 2 torpses on him. And then that puts a lot of stress on them, and it takes a little bit off our guys that are working on these guys. If you can come in with air cover and distract them while they're, it's just, so I can see where a carrier can be a real advantage. It is just learning to flop back and forth to take care of the carrier and take care of my air wings. See, there's that little destroyer throwing up AA at me. See all the gunshots coming up? Okay, because I didn't think he was much of a target. I said, I can't go after a destroyer too fast. I can maneuver too quick. And you gotta kind of get like a straight shot in on them. But then again, a lot of people don't realize they're coming in, and you can be devastating. Once you learn how to that's just like once I figured out how the bombers work, so I can have an air wing coming in with torps, have a bomber coming in with bombs, and see, I got some there. See, incapacitated. I done some good. And this is where I'm trying to work on this little destroyer. And this is the first time going after a destroyer. They're little, they're hard to see. See what I mean? It's like, oh, where is he? Nope, I missed him. And he's on my carrier. See right there. He's taking on my carrier now. And I got back. Oh, the carrier's gone. I've got no place to land now. So I've got these one flight up in the air, and I was flying around with it when he took my carrier down. So I'm a rookie at this. I'm just learning. See, there's more of my. Okay, so I've got nothing else left. I just got these torpedo planes, and like I said, he took out my carrier, so I got no place to land. And now, that's what I mean by the carrier being kind of ineffective if it gets in too close. And now here comes some revenge. Come on, go get him. And this is what I was talking about. This is where I just realized how to work this. Okay, bam, 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 bam. That's it. Look back, look back. I think I missed them on that run. Yeah, see, I missed both. See my torps there? I missed them both. And I'm coming back in for another run. And like I said, I think we lose this battle, but it's more about what I learned as opposed to the winning and losing right now, because I'm very new at running a carrier, and to me, it just seems like you could do some might there. Look back, look back. Got one. I actually hit a destroyer with a torpedo plane off a carrier that had already sunk. And he shoot torps at what? And now see, now they got to fight. But that was my little victory. I drop. Now see, I just missed them. See, that's where I got to learn how to aim in front of them, so that when I'm letting the torps go, they're coming into the torps, not the torps going in behind them. And that's what I'm going to have to learn how to do. So that means a lot of carrier battles, so there'll be more to come. Like I said, I want to get this posted so I can watch it tonight. I can do some review, learn, and then I think I'm going to jump on and see actual carrier operators and see how they operate, and I can learn stuff from them as well, so that when I'm getting beat up, or if I go in, I can protect the carrier better, which would be more of an asset to the team than just letting a lone destroyer take it out and having no place to land. But I got a victory. I scored a hit on that destroyer. See how low he is? He's still floating around out there. I helped put some of that damage on him with one torpedo. Ain't that pretty cool? I think it's great. And it just said, it turned on a light. I said, okay, I know how to operate the torpedoes now. So that means I'm going to do a lot of practice. It's like with tanks. Once you figured out how to get your gun on target and how to keep your gun on target while you're still moving, you're going to be a lot better at shooting and scooting and shooting, or even being the sniper and hitting and then moving. My biggest problem with tanks is I sit out in the open too long. And like that one clip I showed where I was sitting there out in the open, and the minute I shot, they knew where I was and they took me out. So someone was out there going, okay, where is he? Pop. I popped up and boom, they shot me and I was done. And that's the difference of me sitting there and them knowing where to sit and waiting for me to be stupid enough to shoot. Because if I looked at it, when I looked at it later, they were so far out of range, I wouldn't have been able to do anything to anyone. So instead of being effective, I was ineffective, and I also showed them where I was. Hey, I got a Murphy, my old buddy. Yeah, here's our old dog, Murphy and Otto. Hey, bud. Yeah, he's such a good boy. I miss him. But back to the game. And now it's just going through, waiting for the team. And this was the whole clip. I just threw it in. I didn't speed it up. I didn't do nothing to it. Like I said, I want to watch it tonight. And this is the rest of the team just trying. Well, it's 3-2. And like I said, we didn't win this one. But I think with what I learned, if I could have added more, I probably might have been better off, because I could have put some damage onto those battleships. If I could at least threw a couple those torps. The amount of torps I dropped, if I could have got at least 2 or 3 of them to hit, I would have done some awesome damage to those battleships. And now I know too that you can't go after a destroyer, and you can't get them if you know how to come in at them. They're just maneuverable, they're quick, and they're fast. So, plus they have a lot of AA on them. Some do. They equip themselves with AA to take on aircraft. So I'll have to find the ships that don't have that much AA and take on them first. Like I said, go after the lone wolves out there. I'll kind of pick them off, the ones that are weak and wounded, that we can go after and just tear them, kind of clean up after the big boy, the surface ships do damage to them, and then they try to run and hide, and I'll clean up the edges. So you can do something that'd be a good task for the carrier, because you can have your carrier come around the edge and just kind of cleaning up, finding these stragglers, that because there are those that kind of float off into the back and just sit there. Ones that like camp, those are the ones that you want to find, because if they're just camping there and they're not watching, you can sneak up on them with your aircraft and do some damage to them and then get them moving. But at the same time, you're letting your teammates know where they are, so that they can't just sit there and hide. But so there's so many different strategies to it. So like I said, this was just a clip I threw together real quick. I'm gonna watch it, review it tonight. Like I said, I'll probably go and check out some videos of actual carrier commanders out there operating carriers, and see how they do it and learn from their expertise. Plus, it's fun to watch. I like it. I've watched. There's a couple. There's one I'm not going to mention any names, but he taught me a lot. I learned from him, and they're still out there doing it. They're streaming live this stuff, and I more or less like to clean it up, make sure I didn't put any cuss words in there. But sometimes they do slip by. Don't mean to, though. But we're getting to the end of this. This is my Langley, and from Grizzle's Langley, this is all carrier tonight. We like to thank you for watching. From ELA Studio and Sons, Phil and OelGrez's. Once again, thank you for watching, and we'll go on to the next carrier battle.